Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are making a Southern style homemade chicken pot pie. That's right, y'all. This pot pie is absolutely delicious. Let me show you guys what all you need to complete this delicious recipe. You need a bag of frozen mixed vegetables, 2 cans of cream of chicken with herb and cream of celery. Also, you need some shredded rotisserie chicken. I also picked up a whole chicken as well, just in case I didn't have enough chicken. I like my chicken pot pie hearty, so I just wanted to make sure I had enough meat. You need some minced garlic, some better than bouillon chicken bouillon, garlic powder, black pepper, also your puff pastry sheets. I like to top my pot pies with the pastry sheets. I have some chopped onions here and celery, and you also need your baking dish. So first off, we are going to melt down some butter. We're melting this down because we need to go ahead and start sauteing our onions and our celery. Now you can add diced potatoes to this dish, but I'm not using potatoes today. We're just going to use the vegetables. So you just want to sweat your veggies down until the point where they're translucent in color and they're softened. And then you want to add some mixed garlic. Now once you add the mixed garlic to the onions and the celery, it is going to smell absolutely delicious, y'all. Your kitchen is going to be smelling so good. But yes, this is definitely the base you need to start with for your chicken pot pie. This is going to be absolutely delicious. And by the way, y'all, I should have told you from the beginning, make sure your fire is on low because you don't want to burn your veggies, okay? You have that mixed garlic in there. Make sure that the fire is on low because we want to slow cook these down. As you can see, I just added the frozen vegetables as well. So we're just going to mix everything together. Make sure everything is fully mixed and even in the pan. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add some garlic powder. Add as much as you like. Don't be afraid to season your food, y'all. Garlic powder, that's not a salt. Now we're going to add some onion powder. Add as much as you like. Be very generous with it. You want your chicken pot pie tasting good, y'all. Okay? Don't be afraid to season your food. However, you season your food the way you like, and we season our food the way we like, right? So you just use as much or as little as you want. Okay? Now this ingredient is optional, y'all. This is some rosemary. I love the way rosemary tastes in our chicken pot pie, y'all. It definitely take it up another notch. So if you like rosemary, you don't want to skip this, okay? I recommend you use that along with some thyme. When you add that rosemary and thyme, it's going to definitely give your chicken pot pie that southern home cooked taste. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Next up, we're going to add some pepper. Now, it's not a certain amount you need to add. You're going to season to taste, y'all. And actually, all these vegetables are pretty much just about done. It's done to the point where you can taste it, okay? You can definitely taste it, see if your flavors are there. You can definitely do that at this point. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just making sure all the seasonings is mixed in well. I'm not going to taste this until I add my cream soups to this recipe. So right now we're going to add the cream of celery, then your cream of chicken. Next, you're going to take those same cans and add some water to it, okay? You're going to fill one of the cans up, pour it inside the pot because as you can see, the soup is thick. You're supposed to add a can of water to the thickened soup. But that second can, I'm not going to pour the whole can in here because I want my mixture, I want my chicken pot pie filling to be thick. It needs to be on the thicker side, okay? So I'm just going to add half of that water. I'm not going to add the whole can. So right now, I'm just going to mix all this up together. Blend all those veggies inside the creamed soup. This is going to be our filling. This is our base to the chicken pot pie. So you need to make sure this base is absolutely right. You need to make sure it's perfect and seasoned to your taste. And if you haven't noticed, I haven't used any salt in this recipe yet, only because Your sodium is going to be coming from the cream soups, and the sodium is going to also come from this, your Better Than Bouillon chicken seasoning, okay? This is your chicken base. This is what's going to give your chicken pot pie a bold chicken flavor. So you're just going to add a small amount. Now, I don't measure when I cook, I just season to taste pretty much, and I kind of like eyeball it. So as you can see, I use like a half a teaspoon, I would say, and I added that to the creamed mixture. And at this point, this is where you're going to have your little spoon and you're going to taste the mixture and see if there's anything you need. I ended up using about a teaspoon of the Better Than Bouillon chicken base, and now I'm adding the shredded rotisserie chicken to this mixture. So I'm going to add the whole entire pack. Like I said, I like my chicken pot pie chunky. I want to be able to taste my chicken. And I have that whole roasted rotisserie chicken as well. So that once I add all of this from the package in here, if I need a little more, I'm just going to shred a little more chicken up. And if you're wondering where I got the shredded chicken, I got it right from Walmart, y'all. This traditional rotisserie chicken, that's what they call it, and it was seasoned already as well. You don't have to put anything on this chicken. It tastes really, really good straight out of the package. It was excellent. And the whole chicken that I have is the lemon pepper rotisserie chicken, also from Walmart. They both are absolutely delicious, y'all. So as I'm stirring this, I can see I'm gonna want a little more chicken in this, y'all. So I'm gonna get some more chicken from the whole rotisserie chicken, shred that up, and add this to the mixture as well. Okay, y'all, I added the extra chicken, as you can see, and look at that. Look how nice and creamy that is. This is going to be so good, y'all. This is nice and hearty. And as you can see, besides the extra chicken, I added an extra can of corn as well, because I love the way corn tastes in each bite when we have our chicken pot pie. It just gives it a really nice flavor and a really nice pop in your mouth. It is so good, y'all. But yes, no flour and no chicken broth, y'all. This is all cream of chicken and celery soup and veggies. Now it's time to get that pot pie into the pan, y'all, and into the oven. So all you're doing is taking all of that filling and you're filling your pan. There is no need to grease the pan or put any butter or anything. You don't need any of that, y'all. Just add the filling directly to the pan. And as you can see, like I said before, this is nice and thick because you're making a chicken pot pie. You're not making soup. So you want your pot pie to, keep its shape and its form when you cut it, So you want your filling somewhat thick, okay? So let's get all that filling into the pan. We're going to spread this out evenly. Make sure everything is nice and even. Get it ready for baking. It smells so good, y'all. Look at that. You can see all the veggies. I'm so happy the way this turned out. So, yep, get that in there. Nice and neat. Okay. Now it's time to add your pastry sheets. Now you want to make sure that your pastry sheets are covering the top fully, okay? You don't want any spaces on top of your chicken pot pie, okay? Now the pastry sheets are actually fairly large, as you can see, but I'm not going to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off actually, and I'm going to cut this. We don't need an extra heavy crust on our chicken pot pie. I prefer not to have a whole lot of crust like that. So that's why I just cut it. There was no need to put another full sheet on top of a sheet. So right now, I'm just gonna go along the sides and I'm just pinching it all the way around because I don't want my chicken pot pie filling to start spilling out of the top part of the pastry. So I'm just cutting off all the extra pastry on the side, making it nice and neat. So right now I'm going in with my fork and I'm just pressing down those edges, y'all, because I don't want my filling bubbling up and, I don't want my pastry separating or anything like that. So this is going to just seal the edges so that everything bakes evenly. Next up, y'all, I'm going to put a few slits in the top of the pastry crust. You want to do this, y'all, so that you can release some of that steam. Moisture is going to build up under there, so you need to release some of that steam to make sure everything is cooked evenly so that your pastry do not get soggy and so that it's cooked thoroughly. You know, think of it as breathing holes, y'all. You need some breathing holes or else you're going to burst, okay? So yeah, your pie could burst, okay? So you just want to make sure that everything is cooked evenly and nothing is soggy. And I'm just taking a little bit of egg wash and I'm going across the top of the pastry. Now the egg wash is going to give it that golden brown shiny color once it's all done. So you don't want to skip this part either, y'all. This is also going to give your crust a little extra crisp, y'all. So yes, you definitely don't want to skip this. This will be the last step before you put this into the oven. All right, that chicken pot pie is ready to go into your preheated oven. Make sure your oven is preheated on 400 and you're going to bake this for 40 to 45 minutes. Now keep an eye on it because depending on your oven, that crust could start getting really dark in some areas. If that was to happen, just make sure you put a little foil around the sides, like if your sides start getting a little dark. Now what I ended up doing, one side of the pot pie was cooking quicker than the other, so halfway through the cooking process, I just rotated the pan and turned it around. And this is our final dish. Homemade Southern style chicken pot pie. Look at how it's bubbling along the sides. This came out absolutely perfect. Look at that crust. Look how golden and shiny it is. Give you a nice close up. It smells so good, y'all. Now this took 45 minutes in our oven. I let it set for about 30 minutes, y'all. I didn't cut it to this right away because I didn't want my filling to start oozing out. You know, I wanted to set for a little while before I ended up cutting it. So right now I'm just cutting little pieces so that it's easier to serve. And we're going to get this little corner piece right here. I have my small little spatula so we can scoop it right up because it's going to come right up, y'all. What I tell you. What I tell you. There you go, y'all. Your homemade Southern style chicken pot pie. Look at that. It smells so good. Nice and hearty. Absolutely delicious. I hope you all try this recipe and please let me know how you like it. I hope you all take care, be blessed, and stay safe, guys. Bye. Everything was taken, you had to make it. Vibe killer, me I no go take shit. Vibe killer.